We've got two operations which run independent of each other. We've got the Ergo operation, which we acquired a couple of years ago and have now got it almost into steady state. The Ergo operation gives us a benefit that it has got a huge capacity for deposition. On the other operation that we've got, the Crown Gold Recoveries operation, we have got two of the plants which deposit on deposition sites which are starting to reach the end of their life. We need to put the pipeline in so that we can get the Crown and the City Deep operations to continue, but by not depositing on the dumps where they are, but by moving that material through the new pipeline and depositing on the deposition sites at the Brakpan site, which is part of the Ergo operation. The full feasibility of the project, it was at a cost of 300 million rand. That's for the pipeline, for the pump stations, upgrading of the tailings dam, and an upgrading of the second CIL stream at the Ergo operation. The project at this point in time has started in terms of the upgrading in the plant, and we are funding it from current profits that we are making and capital and cash that we've still got within the company. The timeline for the project is that it should take us through until about August of next year. An August date is very important because that's the time when the current tailings dams that we are using are going to be reaching their final capacity limits, and we then have to start moving that material on to the other dam. In terms of the funding, there is going to be a shortfall from current working profits, and our corporate office is currently working on mechanisms to be able to get short-term funding to be able to cover the cost of the project. What we are hoping to achieve is that once we've put the pipeline in and we have sorted out the commissioning problems that go with the pipeline, that we do believe that with concentrating a lot more of the treatment costs here at the newer upgraded Ergo operation and the closing down of the Crown and the City Deep operations, that we will find that we will get an improvement in our extraction efficiency, but also more important, well, just as importantly, is that we will see a reduction in cost because of the synergies with regards to it all being treated at one plant. What we will look at trying to do as best as possible is just to use natural attrition if there needs to be a reduction in our labour, but as it stands at this point in time, we do not see that there's going to be any retrenchments taking place within our organisation. If anything, what the pipeline has done, it has allowed us to extend the life of Crown and City, and if that had not been done, we would have lost those people. All the staff of those two plants would have had to have been retrenched. I think that what has happened with the Ergo operation is that Ergo did have a very successful uranium plant and did have a very successful flotation plant for the production of pyrite that they used for acid production. We believe that we sit in a very strong position whereby we could exploit those advantages into the future. We have done feasibility studies, and it's just desktop at this stage. We haven't taken it much further than that. And as it stands right at this point in time, the economics don't show that it is going to that it is viable for us to be able to produce uranium. But we are monitoring the situation very carefully because the uranium is associated with the gold in the dumps, so we are reclaiming that and bringing it to the plant. So we are already covering part of the cost in the reclamation and the deposition side. What we need to just make sure is that we continuously keep upgrading and keeping our information box full with regards to understanding exactly what our costs are, and that if should the price go up, we could get into a position where we would be able to get to a point where it's economically viable to treat and extract uranium. And then if we have been able to secure the necessary supply contracts into wherever it is, both in South Africa or anywhere else in the world, well, then that changes the situation.